Hello everybody. Well, today I'm just going to do a little odds and ends type of video for you. I've been having some guys over several months ask me to do a video about how I take care of my mustache. I keep telling them there's not that much to it. The biggest problem with my mustache was the initial training of it. Well, I've had a mustache now for the most part. I probably have been without a mustache in the last 40 years or so, maybe a total of 6 months. So my mustache is trained. It just knows what to do. And essentially the care that I do for my mustache is I condition it. Well, what do you condition it with? I condition it with hair conditioner. I know that I've made a point in some of my videos and in my comments and things that using hair conditioner on your beard is a bad thing. But it's not a bad thing on your face whiskers, your beard, your mustache. A good conditioning, washing, conditioning, letting the conditioner set on your mustache does well. Other than that, when it's growing out, it wants to do the wild and crazy things, I just use a brush. I just brush it. Train it. The wild hairs I snip off. And then when it needs trimming, right now, it's getting down a little low. It's getting in my vittles. I don't want my mustache to get in my vittles, so I just trim it. I just simply take some scissors and I trim. You don't take out much time, you just do a little bit. You might want to angle a little bit to do some other shaping. Sometimes I come up in here, clip a few out in here, clip a few out at the top. That's all I do. Maybe I'm lucky in that point that I don't have a lot of things to do. Just finished my shave, showered. One of the things I've been on a journey is figuring out what to use on my hair. I used to use nothing on my hair. Well, I tried Brill Cream, I tried Groom and Clean, I tried Tres Flores oil. They did all right. They held a little bit in the Oklahoma wind, but I didn't like it. I tried some Vitalis type of tonic. I didn't like that well. Then I went and I got some Pinode Eduquinine and some Clubman greaseless hair tonic, and that's what I've been using. This stuff, you don't recognize this bottle? That's because this is a vintage wild root hair tonic bottle that I cut the Pinode Clubman greaseless hair tonic on. I cut the whole bottle. I didn't pull the label off. I cut the whole bottle, put it on there. It's got a kind of a Bakelite cap type thing. It's got an open top. I wish it had a shaker top, but it's got an open top. And this smells just like the regular Clubman. I like that. But what I like even better is the Pinode Eduquinine, this same type of thing. This is a generic bottle. It looks real similar. A little bit bigger cap. This does have the little shaker thing on it. I cut the thing out. Now, some people, they use this hair tonic on their face. They also use it as an aftershave. And I suppose you could. What I find, I've tried it, what I find is that as an aftershave, it's a little sticky. Not greasy, just more tacky than what the standard Club Mint stuff is. I've shaved. Today I used my vintage Ginge Razor. I don't know if you can pick it up or not. You probably can't. But man, what I have found is that this vintage razor, this designed razor, see if you can see, it gives me the absolute best shave from any razor that I own, bar none. This is probably a 1950s, maybe late 40s vintage. I've been using recently a Persona Lab, not the Med Prep, but a Persona Lab. And I'm going to get this puppy plated in probably Rhodium. I love this razor. It's rare. You very, very rarely see this thing. I'll show you kind of the blade gap and when you look at it. But if you ever get an opportunity to pick one of these things up, do it. It is a phenomenally designed and shaving razor. At least this one is for me. It's a little bit more aggressive than, well, several other razors. It's upwards in aggression to the Matador. But I find it's much smoother than the Matador. Similar in size. It's similar in kind of general design, but man, I wish they made them again. It's a nice razor. I'm going to get this one plated. I've been playing around with Eva's Frankincense and Myrrh shaving soap. Now this shaving soap has got carbon in it. It's black and it's kind of a gray. And this soap does not function the way a lot of Eva's goat milk type soaps function. With a little bit of lather in the bowl, I use my Vylong horsehair and badger brush. It's not going to give a real thick, rich lather. It's going to give a lather that's a little bit, it's pretty slick. It's got a very nice aroma. It's got that frankincense and myrrh aroma, but it's not going to be nice, big, and fluffy like a lot of people like. The aroma and the scent is worth it just in that. If you guys do straight razor shavings that you don't want a big fluffy type of lather, it's a nice soap for that. It's not going to give you a big fluffy lather, but it's going to give you a nice slick lather. Okay, I'm going to turn off right now because I'm going to give you a little bitty show of what I've been doing with my shave den. So back in a sec. Okay, we're back. Now, I've been doing some cleaning out, and I've been doing a little bit of constructing. Back here, I've put in a new shelf. A new shelf that I found for about $7.50 at a thrift store. Over here, I've been getting me some vintage bottles. Go all the way up here to the top. You can see that it's coming in. I've got a vintage Milk of Magnesia bottle. Haven't figured out what to put in that. Probably that's what I'll use to keep some of my homemade aftershave once I make some of that. Of course, up here at the top, that's where I keep some bowls, kiss my face, my aftershave bombs. Now, going down here, we got a Pinot of Paris bottle. This one has got Clubman Musk. Of course, back there is this Truth Serum Lilac Vegetal Original Vintage. Same type of bottle here that has lime sec in it. Same bottle with Clubman Special Reserve. It's a little bit different type of bottle that, again, I stuck the label on. This was my experiment. I tried peeling this label off and it didn't work real well. So it's kind of messed up down here in the corner. I glued that on, but this has got a different design, and it's got this top cap. You find these bottles every once in a while, but they don't have the cap. And I think I might be able to use one of the old Clubman caps. You just maybe fill it up with something and screw it on there. I'm not sure exactly what, but there might be a way to put one of those old caps on. But there's that. This one is, I think this is a newer style bottle, maybe, I don't know. Pinot. And this one I've got Coachman in. Of course, then my Lilac Vegetal in its original bottle. Virgin Island Bay Rum. Citrus Musk. And when you get these vintage bottles, some have a lot more staining and coloring, so some of them aren't crystal clear. But I don't find that once you get the product in it, that it makes a whole lot of difference. I think over time some of that may clear up a little bit, but as long as you don't have any cracks and stuff in it. And we got my old regular bottles. I've got my Aqua Velva Musk. I've got Island Lime, Avon Island Lime, Gentleman's Spice that Arlen gave me. And this one is Florida Water, which is the one that I put the little mixed the Florida Water and the 4711 combination. This is Barbasol Pacific Rush, Barbasol Brisk, Aqua Velva Ice Blue. That's an empty bottle. Brute, and then I put the little label on. And this is my homemade citrus, and this one is Masters Bay Rum. And then I got all my soaps. Here's a couple of empty ones, but I wanted to show you this. Yes, I am a pipe smoker. I've started smoking my pipe a little bit more here lately. I used to just do it a little bit. I wanted to show you. These little things, you pop it, it breaks the seal when you get your pipe tobacco in. They got a little paper thing in there, and you've got a little rubberized gasket here. Once you clean it off, the hardest part is getting the labels off, and I use some Goo Gone Extreme Remover to take stuff off. And I put some of that on it and let it soak a little bit. I scrape it off as much as I can. Basically, you got to get down to the glue, and it's removing the glue. I scrape it off. Once what's left of the label, after soaking it in water, scrape it off. Then soak it with some of that goo off, and then I put a little bit of liquid hand cleaner just out of my little thing right here. I use some liquid hand cleaner, and I just scrub it. I use a little scrubber that's got some rough stuff, scouring padded work. I just clean it up, and that's what I put some soaps in. And I've got some Grand Staff soap here. Here's some other ones I moved. Moving over here, we've got all my glycerins, corn huskers that I've doctored up, some colognes. This is Osage Rub. And coming up here, my brushes. Over here, some brushes. Up here, brushes. Won't go through all of them. But I got my little Clubman. The barbershops used to give these away. They sold Clubman aftershave lotion. Used to be the only place you could get it. But they gave these samples out. Nice little 1.5 fluid ounce bottles. And this has got some vintage Clubman in it, and it smells great. And I got my Jockey Club and some various other ones going up here. Found this little bottle. I love this bottle. I wish they made them. I wish I could find them. It is a phenomenal little bottle. And I've got Clubman in just a regular old Clubman aftershave in that. But it's got a screw cap. If I can get this working one-handed. A screw cap. And then there's a little cork with a bottle top that's got a little bitty hole that goes in there, and you shake it out a little bit at a time. Works phenomenal. I love it, I love it, I love it. When I'm talking about reproduction vintage bottles, I'm talking that's what I want. I want something like that. Got that. Florida water. Looks like Florida water, except, oh, there's cork. And it doesn't have the little shiny stuff. This is a vintage Florida water. Miriam Landman, Druggist, New York. Again, I took the label off the bottle and stuck it on there. 4711 vintage bottle. Now it doesn't have a cork, so I don't think it's not super old. Maybe 1960s, 70s, 80s version. It's got a plastic cap in there. But it's a neat little bottle, I thought. That I used to put my 4711 in. Now, instead of having that big old honking bottle. Then I got Skin Bracer. Skin Bracer aftershave, 7 fluid ounces, vintage bottle. It's got a cap that screws off. Normal type of thing. I must have done some kind of promotion for Brute or Skin Bracer at some point in time. I've got my bottle with Dragoon. This is Lustre Blue Spice, and of course the vintage Old Spice. So there's that. Put all this stuff back. Now, going back over here, I've got some soaps. Got my brush scuttle. Got soaps back there. There's my pre-shave oil. Use this to put my I always get the name. It's not Barbasol. Barbicide. Put my Barbicide mixture in there. My pipe stand that I'm setting out my razors in. And this is a test tube holder. Put those razors in. Got my blade bank. Got some more soaps over here. This is where I've got stacked all my plastic bottles. Probably I'll look at whenever I finally run out of the Clubman Musk whether I can effectively transfer that label onto the other Pinot bottle, but I kind of doubt that I'll be able to do that. And then got some more stuff over here. Since I've been able to claim all this space for now. So that's my little tour. Of course, I've got other stuff down here, but not nearly as much. My razor blades, this box here's got some razor blades that I've got in it. But that's an update on my shave den. So, until next time, have some good shaves. Be happy. Be safe. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.